Hey everyone, and we are still working on Unit 2, Week 2. So the materials you will need for today are paper and a piece of cardboard. Now I want you to write on something bumpy, and cardboard is the perfect thing to make your writing a little bumpy. And I think everyone has a piece of cardboard. So please look for a piece of cardboard and a notebook and a red crayon and also a pencil. So if you need to pause the video and get those items now, please do so. Our objective for today is I can find trick words in sentences. So remember, our first trick word is not a, or it's the word a. Now what I want you to do is place a piece of paper on top of that piece of cardboard I asked you to get, or right on top of a paper towel, something that's going to make your paper bumpy. And I want you to write the word like you see on the screen. You're going to write that word in red. So make sure you're writing in a red crayon. So this is what it should look like on your paper. After you write the word, what I want you to do is put your crayon down and trace your word with your finger. Notice how it's really bumpy as you touch your paper. So I want you to trace it with your finger. I want you to tell me the letter and say the word. So for example, I'm tracing with my finger. A, 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 and I repeated that 3 times. You're going to trace 3 times with your finger and say the word 3 times. Now let's try the word and. So make sure you have that bumpy piece of cardboard or even a paper towel, something to put under your paper to make your words bumpy. And you're going to write the word and on your paper in red crayon. Now, once you've written the word, I want you to take your pointer finger and trace over the letters with your finger. So for example, we are going to trace and say each letter and then say the word. So let's trace A, then N, then D, and. Let's do it again. A, N, D, and. One more time. A, N, D, and. Good. Now we're going to practice one more trick word, the word the. So again, we want to use our red crayon. We want a piece of paper on top of that, something bumpy, and we're going to write the word the in red crayon. You can pause the video to write. And now we are going to trace with our pointer fingers. So let's start on T, trace T, trace H, trace E, the. Let's do it again. T, H, E, the. One more time. T, H, E, the. Good. Now, if you want to keep those pieces of paper somewhere safe so you can keep practicing and tracing to remember how to spell and say these words. Now, looking at our 3 words, can you tell a parent or a family member a sentence using these 3 words? Okay, let's get ready to echo. We still need to practice our sounds and our letters. A, apple, A. B, bat, b. C, cat, k. D, dog, d. E, ed, e. F, fun, f. G, game, g. H, hat, I, itch, I. J, jug, j. K, kite, k. L, lamp, l. M, man, m. N, nut, n. O, octopus, ah. P, pan, p. Q, u, queen, qu. R, rat, S, snake, s. T, top, t. U, up, V, van, v. W, wind, w. X, fox, x. Y, yellow, y. Z, zebra, z. Good. Now we are going to stretch our vowel sounds. Ready? A, apple. Your turn. A, apple. Good. Now E, ed. E, ed. I, itch. I, itch. O, octopus. O, octopus. And finally, you, up. You, up. Good job stretching. Let's review tapping out our words. This is going to be really important today because we are going to be writing our own sentences. And we need to listen very carefully to the sentences and tap them out as we go. So remember, when we tap out words, we use our pointer finger and our thumb to tap the first sound. Then we use our middle finger and our thumb to tap the middle sound. Then we use our thumb and our ring finger to tap the last sound. And we blend them together by rubbing our thumb over our fingers. So today's word is fix. How do you tap out fix? Good, so you should be tapping your pointer finger to your thumb to sound out f, then your middle finger to your thumb to say I, and your ring finger to your thumb to say x, f, I, x. How many letters does the word fix have? If you said 3, you're correct. Now, how many sounds do you hear in the word fix? Now, this is where you can tap it out. F, I, x. How many sounds? That's right, 3 sounds. So even though X sounds like X, like it's 2 sounds, it's actually 1 sound. So we use 1 finger. Now, how can we write the word fix on the writing grid? This is what it should look like on your paper. That F is a skyline letter, so the F touches all the way to the top and is crossed. And then I and X are plain line letters. So that is what it should look like on your writing grid or on your paper. What is the vowel sound in fix? Here's a hint. That vowel sound is in that pink salmon color. Good. The vowel sound is I. I says I. What does fix mean? Good. Fix means to repair something, to make something better. So we're going to become trick word detectives again. So remember, trick words are words that we cannot tap out. We need to know them by looking at them. So we need to find these words in our sentences. And, the. So let's keep an eye out for them. This is the time when you're going to need your notebook and a pencil. So please get those items now if you don't already have them. Pause the video and get them, please. So what you're going to do is I want you to look at the screen. What do you notice about these blue boxes? Well, these blue boxes stand for words that would go in a sentence. Notice how in the beginning, that blue box right here is tall at first. That's because the first part of a sentence or the first letter in a sentence is a capital letter. So when you hear the word that I give you, make sure that first word has a capital letter. And notice how there's a small little box on the end. That's because there's a punctuation mark that goes in. So don't forget to either add a period, a question mark, or an exclamation point. Listen to this sentence carefully and write it on your paper. Dad sat on the log. Dad sat on the log. If you need to rewind and listen to this sentence, you can pause and play back as many times as you need. This is what it should look like on your paper. Notice how dad, the D in dad in the beginning of the sentence has a capital letter. And at the end of the sentence, there's a period. So your sentence should look like mine. Good. Can we be a trick word detective now? Do we see any trick words in our sentence? Good. The word the is the trick word. So make sure you grab your red crayon and circle the word the in your sentence. Then I would like you to take a pencil and scoop your sentence just like mine, because that scooping reminds us that we have to read with expression and we don't want to sound like a robot. So dad sat on the log. Read it to a parent. Good job. Okay, so I am going to tell you another sentence that you have to write down in your notebook. Again, notice the blue boxes. In the beginning, we have a tall blue box, and that means that first letter is capital. And I want you to notice something about this blue box. It has a red circle around it already. So that means a trick word is going to go right there. So we need to look carefully to see what that trick word is going to be. And that little box in the end contains a punctuation mark. So your sentence should have a punctuation mark at the end. Ready? You're going to write the sentence. Tom had a dog. You can pause and listen back. Tom had a dog. What is the trick word in that sentence? That's right, the word So this is what your sentence should look like. Yours should match mine. Tom had a dog. That trick word is circled in red, so your trick word should also be circled in red. And then I want you to scoop your sentence because that reminds us to read with expression. Tom had a dog. Okay, next. I want you to practice writing these sentences. So you're going to listen really carefully. Get ready to write. The rat had a nap. The rat had a nap. You can pause the video and listen back if you need to. The rat had a nap. This is what your sentence should look like in your notebook. What's the trick word in this sentence? When you find the trick word, circle it in red. Good. The trick word in this sentence is And then I'm going to scoop my sentence to remind me to read with expression. So I want you to scoop just like mine. The rat had a nap. Now we're going to do another sentence. Listen carefully. Meg fed the cat and dog. Meg fed the cat and dog. Write your sentence down. If you need to listen again, you can play it back. This is what your sentence should look like. Can you find the trick word and circle it in red? Hint, there might be more than one. So you should be circling the and. Now I want you to scoop for expression. Does yours match mine? Meg fed the cat and dog. Please read that sentence to a parent. Okay, we're going to do one more sentence. I'm going to practice one more. Ready? Deb met Tim and Tom. Deb met Tim and Tom. If you need to, play it back. Deb met Tim and Tom. Does your sentence look like mine? Okay, now circle your trick words in red. Yours should look like mine. Circle the word and. And now scoop for expression. Does yours look like mine? Deb met Tim and Tom. Please read that sentence with expression to a parent. And what I would like you to do is, if you're listening to this video really carefully, I would like you to take a picture of these sentences and attach it to your assignment so we can see how well you did. Now you're going to go try some more on your own. So remember, you're going to look at the activities and you're going to find those trick words, be that detective, and you're going to scoop your sentences. Have a great day.